niggas saying you switch, you won't give a. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I told no risk. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They Ella, they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then you out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one, between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. With that, let's head over to the space city of Houston. Standing by at NRG Stadium, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Second down, Johnson. Johnson, oh, it's poke free. Football's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. taking it in from 7 yards away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd and 5 now. Watson, and finding the tight end Hooper. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now left side on the swing pass. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. On second down, it's Johnson finding room to the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their pass.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
It's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And now here's a deep shot that's complete and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. 15 yards on the play, first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Watson. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me,
blitz coming, and down he goes.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 10 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Yeah, obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. So we're at halftime. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Watson's got Hooper on the short connection. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10 on the ground. This is Johnson, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They go to Johnson again, and he'll go down at the 28. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 28. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. He's got Fuller. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Watson. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and goal. Watson, screenplay, Johnson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And an alley to run. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and inches. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
That play was hard to see. One play goes wrong, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and very long when they had been in 2nd and inches.
Yeah, I know you like the idea of taking a shot on 2nd and inches, but you can't nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. Devin Bush, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. He was looking that time for Stills.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run again with Hunt. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run right side with Hunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2nd and 11. Out to his left. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step closer.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Houston.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not saving, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out for this. I never switch, I never switch.
Since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex-sleep, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
slip. Watch how I whip. I'm in the whip. I'm gonna rest.
The National Football League has traveled south of the border as we are in Mexico City, Mexico on EA Sports. Tonight it's another installment of the International Series, and we've got a good one on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Rams. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Mexico City. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 180.
In your face.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And that's complete to Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Defense wins championships, baby. You gonna take 12.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a run with Henderson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Henderson going to run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Ebukam drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. On 2nd and 9, Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 26 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than...
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, 76! 76! 76!
Now Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And an alley to run. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Check 26, check 26.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, 41 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Aaron Donald, credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Switch. Spine. No.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes flushed out right. Finding room at the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Woods, the intended receiver. With that incompletion, let's play a little game here. We'll call it 2 up, 2 down. Surprising team so far. 2 for the good, 2 for the bad.
All right, let's start with the good. The Buffalo Bills. Did you really think they'd be pressing for first place this deep into the season?
No.
Okay, how about the Carolina Panthers? Start 0-2 with Cam Newton, undefeated without him. How about 2 down? The Atlanta Falcons. I thought they'd press for a playoff spot. And the Los Angeles Chargers.
How about the Browns at 2 and 4? I thought you'd put them in there.
I didn't expect them to be the team others thought in preseason. I thought they might contend for a playoff spot, but it doesn't surprise me overall.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight. And this one is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they got to weigh things about who's behind him.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 39, Goff, and he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They are going for it. Goff. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 71 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
2 for 1, 2 for 1. 56 the mark, boys.
Second down, it's Henderson. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
From the gun, here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Abukum able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Yellow. You must be getting tired.
Mahomes going to throw. They complete it to Hill. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. John Johnson with the INT. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. Fights through and now a crease. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Off play action. Here's Goff. That's complete to his tight end Higbee. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in Mexico City. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 97 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Butker now to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Chiefs 28, Rams 9. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.